like basketball. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast that talks about
the only NBA podcast that will talk about the issues we face finding box scores. Have you tried to look up any Summer League box scores?
Holy shit, it's the most difficult thing on the planet.
The first couple days, it literally didn't work. The ESPN app is the only app that even has it. Number one, they don't put it under the NBA scores tab.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
It's not like there are NBA games on right now that like it would conflict with.
No one's going to get confused. No one's going to say, oh, the NBA team Sacramento Kings 2. That's an NBA team now. No. And then but for the first day or two, when you clicked on it, it would redirect you to a different website. Because I'm guessing like because it's their own California event or whatever that they.
Which is also confusing to me that there's a California Classic and a Las Vegas Summer League.
And the Utah one is starting tonight.
Holy fuck. That's so annoying, to be honest.
There used to be an Orlando one, too.
Like, just do it. Like, I get that maybe there's so much going on that you need 2 arenas. You don't need 3 locations, man. A week of basketball in Vegas and in Los Angeles or Sacramento or wherever you want to put it. But damn, this feels like too much.
It's so confusing. They need to streamline it. And now you finally can check the box scores from yesterday's game on the ESPN app. You can't go before yesterday. It looks like you should be able to slide a slider to go to the dates before. Mm-hmm. Doesn't work. Go to Bleacher Report. They have no score tab for Summer League at all. But are they posting nonstop Bronny James, nonstop Summer League articles? Of course they are. So, and there's nowhere else to find it. Where do I find FIBA box scores? I don't know.
It's a disaster. Archaic. Like, I mean, yeah, and that's what we're going to be talking about mostly today, guys. I'm your host, Jack, aka Jokic Joestar. With me, as always, the world famous Pablo. We're going to be breaking down what we can from Summer League. I'm a little more locked into FIBA and stuff than I am with Summer League. I've just thrown Summer League on in the background a couple of times, but yeah, finding like box scores for either of these is just like a monumental task, and I'm ready. Like, I go into searching for FIBA stats in that mindset. I'm like, this is going to be hard. These guys, they're never like just put in a convenient spot for you to go look at. But the NBA has it like extremely streamlined every other moment of the year, and so does college basketball also. So it's not like we are not tapped into how to do this super effectively. And then, yeah, they're just flexing that they can output just tons of information, just a torrent of stuff at any moment. Whenever Bronny does something, whenever Dalton Connect gets a fucking perfect dunk, like they can spam it. But the idea that like they could just like write it down in a notebook when somebody gets a rebound and then put all that stuff on the computer like an hour afterwards, it's just out of this world.
It's so frustrating. And you know what? I think they did this with FIBA last year too. I think they made like a FIBA basketball tab, but it was. I just don't get why make things hard. They don't have to be hard.
Yeah.
And did you watch Luka versus Giannis? I did not.
I watched some highlights of it. It was a blowout pretty early on.
That's good for the Mavericks, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good to get him eliminated as soon as possible.
The motherfucker is falling off the bone. Like, every time he lands, he's grim. I don't know. Maybe that's you're down 30, you grimace, and you're like,
was he still doing it in their game?
I think so, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so where do you want to start? I have a golden lobbyist request here up top. You can go to patreon.com/stateoftheleague, $5 a month. Become a lobbyist. You can submit your own lobbyist request. Tell us what to talk about. Get access to a Discord, another 2-hour episode every week, and a bunch of other fun stuff. This week's golden lobbyist request is from our guy Bwomp, saying, how valid is Summer League?
Oh. Not valid at all.
It's the most real. It's the most tangible thing there is. It's definitely not all of us just being completely deprived of basketball for like 3 or 4 weeks beforehand, and then just like being desperate for any kind of sport. And it's easier this time of year because all of the Olympic qualifying shit is going on at the same time, and it feels like there was less of a gap than there usually is between like the end of the NBA finals and the start of summer league. I don't know if that's actually true, but it feels like it went quicker this year.
I think the calendar is different because there was like no downtime from the finals to the draft, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah,
maybe that's because of the Olympics.
I think you know what they did? I think they flip-flopped free agency and the draft, didn't they? Did free agency used to be before the draft?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I know like you could start negotiating right after the finals ended this year for like extensions and stuff like that, but I'm not exactly sure on like when free agency opened in previous seasons. No.
I remember Kevin Durant signed on the 4th of July in 2017.
Yes. Unforgettable.
Or 2016. But I feel, was the draft in July? I feel like it was late June. So I don't know. I thought that was a change, but maybe not.
Let me look it up. 2016 NBA draft. When did it happen?
But in summer
June
league,
23rd. So
June
KD
23rd.
signs like a week and a half-ish after the draft.
Okay, so I don't know what I'm thinking about. If anyone knows, comment down below.
If you can read his mind, let us know.
What information am I misconstruing? The Sacramento Kings have 2 teams. One of them played the Chinese national team, and they thumped them by like 20 points.
Capitalism on top.
Oh my god! And there's a member of the Chinese national team, Hansen Yang, who there's this dude who follows me. What's his name on Twitter? Shout out Henry NBA Draft. I don't know if he watches this. But he's another draft guy too, and he was a big Hansen Yang guy. And I saw other people talking on Twitter. They were like, Hansen Yang's not an NBA player. And they're like, don't let you know who see it. And then,
oh my god!
And then he replied, "How dare you?"
What's wrong with you? That's funny.
But yeah, he's the Chinese Jokic, 7 foot, shot blocker, passer, super skilled post guy. And but he was hyped to be potential mystery man of last year's draft class. But then I guess he struggled in the CBA last year and didn't have a good year. So they're like, he's not coming out this year. And so he got some reps against NBA Summer League level players. And he was the only guy on their team that broke 10 points on the Chinese team. But it was like 12 points, 7 turnovers, so not the best game.
Perfect.
Yeah, and only like 2 guys on Charlotte broke 10 points. One was their leading scorer was Bryce McGowens. Was he a Nebraska guy? I forget.
I believe, yeah, I think so. The name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, and then someone else, I forget. So the USA on top. We don't have to worry about China, guys. Kings 2 took care of them.
Hell yeah. Kings, not even Kings 1, the sequel, the worst sequel that nobody asked for, Kings 2.
Keon Ellis is playing a summer league.
Wow. I don't get that, but whatever. It's fun. Like he is it's not just that he's playing summer league, consistently the hardest like running guy on the floor at summer league. Like he works really hard. He's all like, I don't know. There's no reason he's like an NBA starter, and he's still the guy on the floor making like the most back cuts by far and shit like that. So
hey, he might not be a starter anymore. I said DeRozan might come off the bench. People said I'm crazy. They called me a madman.
They called you a madman. Do you want to? Well, we could save DeRozan. I have a game to play involving the previous MVPs of the summer league. Some of the more
literally Jigsaw. He's literally Jigsaw.
I want to play. That'd be funny. If this was like 2008 we could make a YouTube sketch where Jigsaw goes, I think I want to play a game, guys. And that would get like 1 million views and we go on Ellen. So I have, do you want to start oldest and work our way forward, or do you want to start newest and work our way back?
Okay, I want to start newest.
All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 names written down here. They're all players you've definitely heard of.
Okay.
And I have some hints written down. So in 2018, this player averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists on 59% true shooting in the summer league. He is an NCAA champion, and he actively hosts a podcast. That's the first 2 hints.
Okay. Did he win the summer league championship?
I believe so, yes.
Is this Denzel Valentine?
No. Is Denzel Valentine an NCAA champion?
I don't know. He was at Michigan State.
I don't think they won. I don't think they won when he played.
Yeah. So 2018, and it's a guy who. It's not Theo Pinson, is it?
It is not. No.
Okay. Who has a podcast? Oh, was it Josh Hart?
It was. It was Josh Hart.
Wow.
Good job. My next hints were going to give it away. I said just finished this postseason 4th in rebounds per game, and then he played at Villanova. So, yeah, 2018 Josh Hart MVP. I would say that's a good player.
Lonzo year, right?
No.
Crazy.
All right, 2017. How many? I have 8 here. How many do you want to get right? Do you want to go 5 out of 8?
I want to go 6 out of 8 at least.
Whoa! All right, high achiever. He's got lofty goals. Everybody. 2017. This player averages 16 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds on a calm 49% true shooting. Do you have any guesses right now?
2017.
Yes.
Okay, is that Ben Simmons?
No.
Is that Lonzo Ball?
It is Lonzo Ball. Good job.
Epic.
Yeah. Storied basketball family. I also wrote down he went undefeated his senior year in high school, but that would have given it away too. I feel like that Chino Hills team is pretty crazy. Shout out to Onyeka Okongwu. There's only one guy in that lineup who didn't end up like at least getting a little bit of G League run in the NBA. It was their small forward. I can't remember.
Oh, that lineup was crazy. It was Lonzo, Hart, was Caruso on there?
Oh no, I'm talking about the Chino Hills.
Chino Hills.
Chino Hills 2016. So that was literally just Lonzo, LaMelo, LiAngelo, Onyeka Okongwu, and then their small forward was like he played college somewhere, but I don't think he really cracked an NBA G League team.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's name.
But here, let me look up this 2017 Lakers summer league team, because I think Kuzma was on there as well.
Kuzma was there, Lonzo was there, Hart was there, Zubats was there, Caruso might have been there, Ingram was there,
Thomas Bryant, my fault. He's right. Yeah.
The Bahama Mamba,
PJ Dozier. Yeah, so you got most of them. So yeah, it's Lonzo Ball, Thomas Bryant, Alex Caruso, Josh Hart, Ingram, Kuzma, Zubats, and PJ Dozier, Nuggets legend, but not necessarily on the same level as a lot of those other guys.
Team is better than the Chicago Bulls right now.
How many players on that team are better than Josh Giddey? Thomas Bryant versus Josh Giddey. Who we got?
Oh man, what is Thomas Bryant hitting threes? That changes it.
What's more valuable, a near triple double or an efficient double double?
Is that's got to be the most stacked summer league roster of our lifetime? But there's one this summer that might rival it.
You wanna let the people know? Who is it?
It's the Utah Jazz, who are bringing essentially the Utah Jazz, just not Lauri Markkanen. They've got Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, Taylor Hendricks, Walker Kessler, and Cody Williams. And then off the bench are some other guys. I forget who. I
think that's a little whack because a lot of these guys were straight up rookies this year. Josh Hart, Lonzo, and Kuzma were all
one draft class.
Caruso and Zubats were 2016 picks. Caruso was undrafted, and then Zubats was 32nd overall. So in terms of like, I guess
And he may
Keontae
have been
George,
a stash too.
yeah, most of the Utahs are like everybody's going into their second season besides their draft picks. But I don't know. The Lakers, that just feels different. They just hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, they're different because they had all these young guys, and we were like, oh my god, Lonzo Ball is Magic Johnson. But it is
Be healthy if he could be healthy.
Every year there's like an older player who just wrecks the summer league. Was it Jabari Smith last year?
I think,
Was that 2
yeah.
years
He definitely hit like a buzzer-beating game winner in Summer League last year. I remember that. And I think his numbers were really, really solid.
There was one year where Doug McDermott and Tony Snell were
Buckets.
They were way too good for the Summer League. They shut them down pretty quick.
Yeah, that's how I think that's how Jabari Smith was last year. Like he played 2 games, and the Rockets were like, "Okay, we don't know why we sent you there."
And Wemby was trash.
Garbage. He got dunked on by a guy who's out of the league. Can you believe it?
Who was that? Oh, Kai Jones.
Yeah, Kai Jones dunked on it. That was a sick dunk too. It was one of those Blake Griffin throw it through the hoop type moves. All right.
The man whose character was too immoral for the
Charlotte Hornets. We'll get to them. We got something for you, Charlotte. I don't know what yet, but it's not good. 2016. This player averages 20 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds on 59% true shooting. The first hint, I'll go active younger brother in the NBA. And he is still in the NBA as well.
So this is not Ben Simmons.
No, this is not.
Okay, 2016 Summer League. So from the 2016 draft.
It might not be from the 2016 draft. This could be a guy who
is this a second-year player?
It could be. I didn't write that down. I'm just saying it's definitely possible. Let me look it up.
A younger brother. And is he better than his older brother?
Extremely similar players. Like maybe the 2 closest brothers in the NBA. It's not like a Caleb, Cody, Martin situation.
Are they all-stars?
No.
They're not all-stars.
So can confirm this was in the 2015 draft.
This is 2015 draft. So who's in, and was this guy a high pick?
No, 24th overall.
Oh crap.
I feel like the college might help you. You're such a college-pilled guy.
Yeah, give me
my
the
next
college.
2 hints. One of them I feel like absolutely gives it away.
Yeah, give me the college.
Duke
brother. Okay, 2015 Duke brother. Oh, this is a Jones brother. This is Tyus Jones?
It is Tyus Jones. Yes.
Oh.
And then my next one was a career 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
That wouldn't have cleared enough. I would have been like,
so? Whenever somebody says the phrase assist to turnover ratio, my mind like conjures Tyus Jones in my head.
Tyus Jones was the reason I was against advanced stats when I was a teenager, because his RPM was super duper high. He was like top 10 in the league or top 15 people, and I was Derrick Rose guy back then, and people were like, he should be starting over Derrick Rose, and I was so mad. I was like, you idiots, you nerds.
No. Let's have a jumping contest. That's the stats I care about. All right, 2015. We're working our way back. 21. This player put up 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists on 54% true shooting. They were the 30th overall pick in 2014, and they have played next to 2 Defensive Player of the Years, the year that player won it.
So Ben Simmons never won Summer League MVP?
Don't believe so. No.
That's crazy. The Ben Simmons Summer League mixtape will live on eternally.
So will the Kevin Knox one, but I mean.
Oh, true. But you know what? He actually wasn't even good in Summer League. He was like.
Cool dunks.
He was like 15 points on 15 shots or something. Let's see. So 2014, you said?
Mm-hmm.
30th overall pick. And this guy played next to 2 defensive players of the year. So is one of them Rudy Gobert?
Yes.
Is the other Rudy Gobert?
No. It's 2 separate players. But interesting enough, the one that's not Rudy Gobert won it twice while playing next to this player.
Who's a multiple time? So it's not Marcus Smart.
Nope.
It's not Jaren Jackson.
No.
It's not Giannis.
No.
Who is one defensive player of the year? It's not Dwight.
No.
It's
This
not
one,
Joe.
I forgot they won. I forgot they won it twice. To be honest, when I checked the page, I was like, "Oh shit!"
And this is a big.
No.
Oh, it's not. Is this Kawhi?
Yes.
Oh, so this person played next to Kawhi, and played next to Rudy Gobert, and was the 30th pick in 2014.
Yeah, pretty interesting career.
Okay, so it's not.
And I guess they're going to be playing next to a 3rd defensive player of the year. Oh, that's crazy. But, I mean, that won't apply to the winning part necessarily.
So they're on the Spurs right now?
No.
They're going to be playing. What do you mean they're going to be playing next to a 3rd?
Well, if I tell you, it'll give it away.
So, 2014 Spurs draft pick who played in Utah.
Do you want the college?
Yeah.
It's UCLA. And I will say that line of thinking that you just said, that's going to lead you astray.
Oh, no. It's in Minnesota. Okay, Kyle Anderson?
Yeah, there you go. I was like, dude, if you start coming through Utah, you're going to fucking kill yourself. And so, yeah, Kyle Anderson going to play with Draymond Green next season is what I meant. So it's like Draymond probably not going to win it next year, barring some crazy circumstance.
No one's going to win it for the next 25 years.
It's going to be fucking Wemby every year. And DPOY, I wonder. So people have gotten voter fatigue with Gobert a little bit. That's why, like, Marcus Smart winning it just because it felt like they had to prove that a guard could still get it. I wonder if they'll still feel that way about Wembanyama, if he's just, like, undeniably the best defensive player on the planet, which it feels like we're trending towards already. Like, he is fucking crazy. So I'm just curious how that's going to go.
I think there would be no fatigue if there weren't, like, the playoff disappointments where, like, Gobert looks bad in defense, so people are like, this fraud. Because I don't know if people got fatigued with Ben Wallace or Dwight Howard. I think they just because how many did they win?
4 and 3 respectively.
Yeah, so people love repeat DPOI. Plus, it's something that, like, people don't actually know.
I'm curious if Gobert wasn't so bad offensively. I'm curious if people would be more – because, like, if Wemby averages, like, 27, 12, and 4, and, like, he's just, like, doing so much for the Spurs on offense, I'm certain even if the Spurs defense overall looked bad, even if he somehow did, like, a Rudy Gobert and, like, was getting – like, he gave up fucking 40 to Terrence Mann at a pivotal moment in the series or some shit, I feel like people would bend over backwards to defend Wemby at this point and be like – look at how much he's doing offensively, and you can't do that with Gobert. I mean, look at how hard he's setting screens, you guys. Come on, Jesus.
Yeah, and people didn't care about Ben Wallace's offense back then because that was in the era where they were like, no, this is your job. One guy does offense, one guy does defense, one guy does passing, one guy does shooting, and one guy does a little bit of everything. And he's just like a tall. He's just like a 6'9" small forward who can't do anything.
Yeah, he
takes bad mid-range shots.
The definition of, like, a Swiss Army knife guy in 2004 is just a guy who isn't terrible at anything.
It's like Jalen Rose, although he's probably a little too good, but it's
yeah. So I was gonna say, that's the only era Ben Wallace can exist in, it feels like. He just showed up, and I mean, perfect time, and I'm glad he did, because he's like a cool player, and it's fun that was allowed to happen. But just this idea that, like, any other point in NBA history, it's going to be cool if you're averaging like 8 points per game for a series. Probably not. All right. 2013. This is a fun one. I didn't realize this guy had won it. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 67% true shooting. Just signed a new contract this offseason for 3 years, $30 million. And his home country just got eliminated from attending the Olympics, but he did not play for his home country.
Was it Slovenia?
No.
Huh.
Just got eliminated by Jose Alvarado, I should say.
Who did they beat? I didn't watch that game.
Lithuania.
Lithuania. So someone from 2013 who was Lithuanian and who just signed a new deal. Who is Lithuanian? Because
this guy,
Arturas Karnisovas is. He's a fraud caveman.
This guy's cool. This guy's cool.
This is JV.
Yeah, junior varsity.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas. Who drafted him? Do you remember?
Toronto, I think.
That sounds about right. Was he swapped for Jakob Poeltl at some point? Am I making that up?
I think they drafted Jakob Poeltl too, because I don't know, because they had DeLon Wright and Jakob Poeltl, they played together at Utah in college, and I was like, whoa.
Raptors trade CJ. Let me see this. That was for Marc Gasol. Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a second-round pick for Marc Gasol in February of 2019.
Okay. That sounds crazy, but Valanciunas had a little bit of hype.
He did. I mean, since then, solid big man in exchange for a version of Gasol that super timely. I mean, obviously helped the Raptors a lot in winning that title, but it's not like he had a lot left in the tank after that year.
Yeah. So Denzel Valentine never won Summer League MVP?
No, I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I definitely would have put that name on this list. There's one Bulls player on here. Well, I guess
what year?
This year we're talking 2008, and he was not drafted by the Bulls. He just ended up playing on the Bulls at some point.
Yeah, because Derrick Rose wasn't that good in Summer League. Was he playing for the Bulls in that Summer League?
No.
Oh, okay.
He played for the Bulls later on in his career.
Oh, okay. We'll say that.
Yeah. So 2010, this player averaged 24 points, 8 assists on 52% true shooting. He was runner-up for the Rookie of the Year. He lost to the guy who won Summer League MVP the year prior. That's interesting. And he's heavily associated with a dance.
This is Jonathan Wall.
It is Jonathan Wall.
I had it before the dance, too. Well, I was going to say, one of these guys is John Wall. I don't know.
John Wall. Yes, it's John Wall. 2009, this guy put up 19 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists on 51% true shooting. Disgusting. This guy was a Rookie of the Year. And
was this Blake?
It was, yes.
Oh.
I was going to say, what was I going to say? Oh, he dated Kendall Jenner, and his final All-Star appearance, this is just a Pistons dunk. There's only 2 seasons in the last 16 years where the Pistons have been 500 or better. That was one of them. When Blake made the All-Star team for them, they went 41-41.
What a glorious year.
What a beautiful basketball player. Detroit Pistons Blake Griffin. I didn't know.
He's a big fan of mine.
Oh, really? Good for you.
He commented on my
program,
video.
Would you say?
He commented on my video once.
So he's coming on next week.
Him and Trey Murphy, double feature.
Nice. They're going to have a dunk contest. All right, 2008. This is our last one. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on 59% true shooting. This guy has played for 10 different NBA franchises, or had played. He's retired now.
He is retired now. 10 different teams. It's a guard?
Yes.
Who is a journeyman Bulls guard? There's been so many, and that was playing all the way back then.
One season for the Bulls.
What year did he play for the Bulls?
Let me look it up.
Guys, take this time for silent contemplation.
Or you could hit the bell. I've been meaning to say that. Or you could hit the notification bell so you're always notified when a new episode of the State of the League podcast drops on YouTube.
Guys, please smash that bell. Please smash that like button and subscribe button. Please go to Little Caesars comments. Say sponsor these guys. They'll eat pizza. They'll eat crazy bread on the podcast every week if that's what it takes.
We could do a segment called Little Caesars Greasy Play of the Game, where we highlight a really dirty play. A player made that week.
Well, the crazy bread, we could say crazy play of the game.
Okay, I like that. All right, so they played for the Bulls in 2012-13.
Oh, Lord. Okay, that's a dark year. Is this DJ Augustine?
It is not.
2012-13. So this is a non-Derrick Rose year. So
yeah.
If it's not DJ Augustine, is it John Lucas?
No, it is not. Do you want the college?
Yeah.
Washington.
Oh God, that didn't help. Because it's not Isaiah Thomas. It's not. That's
not far off though in terms of I don't know, aura.
It's a little guy. Oh, Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson.
They are friends. Yeah.
Summer League MVP.
They're both from Seattle.
Damn. All right. Shout out to Washington, man. Cool. So is Paolo Banchero. I saw a bunch of Magic fans on my Twitter being like, if Seattle ever gets a team, we're fucked. Because he was like back in Seattle, like having a lot of fun and taking pictures and stuff.
There's a guy who follows me on TikTok who thinks I hate Orlando because I talked bad because I was down playing Pablo, and I posted a video yesterday where I said like any small town in Europe is better than Orlando. He's like, I think you hate Orlando because we ruined the Bulls.
They would not. I have newsflash, buddy. If they still had that pick, no way they take Franz Wagner. They fucked that pick up.
Oh, what year is this?
I believe 2018 is Franz Wagner. No. It's way later than that. Let me see.
21? Is he 22?
22. Yeah. He's 2021 draft.
Was Garpak still around? I think. Well, no, Karnisovas did the 2020 draft. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if we would take him. If we had Garpax, we definitely could take him. They would eat that up. Second-year player from Michigan, white guy, younger brother, they'd eat that up. But yeah, I don't know who AK would have traded that for someone. If he didn't trade it for Vooch, he would have traded it for someone just as mid.
Who? Damn, yeah, I'm trying to think of like somebody. He would have traded it for Jonas Valanciunas, probably. That's
yeah, Lithuanian.
Yeah, there you go, the Lithuanian connection. All right. So for summer league stuff, I literally just wrote down the name Khalil Ware. He played well the other day. What are your thoughts about the summer league and shit?
He's getting those the tweets. They're coming through with highlights. They're saying he's too good for summer league. Get this guy out.
He's too good to be included in any trade package. Stop putting him in there.
So Max Lewis went 0 for 8 for the Lakers against the Warriors in their latest game. That's not good news. That's a guy who Max Lewis is kind of weird. He was a second-round pick last year who was gonna be a top 10 pick after the first half of the college season. The first half of the college season, he was killing it. He was getting Devin Vassell offensive comps. Oh. He had like 67% true shooting, like 18 points a game or something crazy. Like 6'6" wing, 7-foot wingspan or something like that. I don't remember the measurement, but he had tons of hype. And then the second half of the season, he just fell off completely. And then the Lakers took him, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if this is a good spot for him. And now he's going 0 for 8 in the summer league. He'll turn it around.
The realist. It's the realist basketball you can play.
Yeah.
So he's done. He's cooked. He'll never see the light of day in an NBA game. And if he does, it'll be a disaster, and they'll lose by 40 or 50 points, most likely. I wish I could look up like who's leading the summer league and
God, that'd be sick.
scoring and stuff, but I really have no idea. Let me just Google summer league scoring leader 2024. Let's see if that yields anything. No. Cool. Perfect.
And Stefan Castle, he hit a pull-up three and like a really deep spot-up three. I started getting nervous. I was like, oh no, I accidentally spoke into existence this guy being a superstar. But I couldn't check how he did overall, of course, because no way for me to get the box score. This is literally 1960. It's word of mouth, and I
like it, to be honest. This will help with like the mythologizing players that we talk about. Stefan Castle, he was shooting from 40. You should have seen it. Oh my god.
So I was nervous, and then someone said he actually went like 2 for 8 or something. They're like, I don't know what this guy is, but they're like, he actually missed most of them. He passed a ball wide open once. So I was like, oof, sigh of relief. Not that I'm hating on Stefan Castle, but I was like, no, it can't happen this early. But it's so funny that's literally what their job was in 1960. If you show up to the gym, the guy could take 10 3-pointers. If he makes 2 of them in a loud way, in a way that sticks out, then for the rest of time, you have no clue how good this guy was. This guy was a legend. And I also love that, like, when Castle starts making threes, there's people who are like, you really thought he couldn't shoot? You thought he couldn't shoot? That just wasn't his role at UConn. Guys, it's never someone's role to miss all their 3-pointers. It's never someone's role to pass up wide open 3-point shots and not make free throws and not make 3-pointers.
They're in the huddle, and fucking Hurley's like, all right, Castle, come here. You're going to be open when you get this. You got to swing it. You got to hold. You got to pause for a second. Then you got to keep it moving.
Swing it or miss it. That's your role. Don't question me.
He makes it. Get your ass over here. Keep your fucking head down. Oh, my God. You're getting ahead of the game, Castle. I'm going to bench your ass. Yeah. So shout out to him. I guess he's out for the rest of the
Too good for Summer League. He hit the threes.
Is it an injury? Let me see.
You know who was trash in Summer League is Wemby.
Dog shit. What did he average?
I don't know, but my boy Rico knows. He was on TikTok last summer going, Wimpy Waterburger. This guy's nothing. This guy's trash. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.
Rico knows, baby. We love Rico knows.
I genuinely love Rico knows so much. I know all the lore. I knew about his twin brother already, guys.
Dude, I did not. That was crazy. I saw the screenshot and I thought it was a bit. I thought someone was doing like a stupid, Rico's twin is tweaking on live. And then I opened the video and I was like, oh, this is straight up not Rico knows. This is a different guy. Oh my God. Yeah.
And he does stock stuff.
They're both knowledgeable and equally valuable fields. Fantasy football.
Every time I see his live stream, he's like, "Buy GameStop, guys, it's going up." And I thought, and they got along before this, and so I thought he was just kind of like a tool too, like a douchey guy also.
Uh-huh.
But now he blasted Rico for this, and then there was another video that he posted where he's like, You came after my kids on a live stream. Your nieces and nephews. You made fun of them or something. That's sad. You need help. They just lost an uncle. So I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
What's the twins' name? Do we know?
Well, I thought his name was Morant, but I think that might be their last name.
Oh.
So I don't know, but Morant's Rants, Marantz. I think he was also in the military. I don't know. Rico was definitely in the military, but he was like,
respect our troops.
Yeah, respect our troops. And they posted a video, or Rico has shown pictures of what they looked like back in the day. They were really good looking.
Damn. Well, I just like I'm really not that locked in. I only see Rico knows when Theo Ash just fucks with them.
Yeah, when Rico's owning Theo Ash, you mean?
Yeah, oh man, when Rico dunks all over Theo. The one I remember really bad was like Rico was just like, "You're not in the fucking film room, bud. You don't know anything." And then it was Theo like 3 years ago being like, "This Puka Nakua guy is really cool. He's doing some really funky stuff on these routes." And so that was funny. But oh, the video of the guy who died. Who was it that he was making fun of?
Some player, some rookie, like he was sitting passenger seat in a car, and then someone crashed into them and killed him.
Well, that's entire. I mean, yeah, just the idea that Rico made like a 2.5 long minute video.
Yep, this guy's got a character.
I've been saying it all along. This guy is going to die in a car crash. I'm right. I'm right. Just like for the entirety of the video, never once being like, "This is sad." A human like he would always
put
like,
it in the "I'm Right" playlist that he has.
Oh my god, what a fucking psycho, dude. That rocks. That's if I'm 60 years old or whatever, putting videos like that into a playlist titled "I'm Right" on TikTok, I don't know what I would do, but it would not be beneficial for myself or for society. I would probably just like run away to Europe and just, I don't know.
Well, he has a military pension because he's retired military, so I don't even know if he has to work. He's made it sound like he has to work, like they don't pay him enough. But I don't know. But he lives in Georgia, so I don't know if he'd be a U.S. military drill sergeant from Georgia. I don't know if France, the south of France, is the place for him to be. I don't know if he can acclimate. But yeah, he has. I don't think he's married. I think he's divorced, and I think he has a girlfriend. And he's still like. Did you see the thing that he did last year with Will Levis's like ex-girlfriend?
No.
You know who Will Levis is?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's a QB, and he was dating this girl who's like a TikTok star. And then after they broke up, he was like shooting his shot on TikTok. He's like, "Yeah, Will Levis is trash. Come here and let a real man teach you how to do things or whatever." And this guy, and then he shows his girlfriend on the TikTok all the time. Like his girlfriend that he has in real life. So I love Rico Knows. He's crazy.
That rocks.
And he knows.
There's nothing better than like a 50, 60-year-old man treating his phone like it's real life. That's the best thing you can find on the internet, and he has it in spades.
And he charges
$25 a month for Patreon.
Well, yeah, that's one thing, guys. Rico Knows Rico Knows has a $25 a month Patreon, and it says he has 3,000 members. But I went in his live stream once, not on my main
on
TikTok
the secret account. Okay.
On my normal TikTok account. I went in his live stream and I said, "Are you making $90,000 a month or whatever? Like it would have been times 5." He's like, "No, definitely not." So a lot of those are not paid members; they're free members. So I don't know how much he's making entirely, but we know he's at least making like $1,300 or $1,500. Just based off new people in the past month. So he's making like crazy money. And it's just for access to a Discord server where I think he shares his gambling picks, which and I guess he lies about those too. I don't know if he's actually good at gambling. But he also was charging high school kids to make videos about them to like try and get them recruiting. And he was going back and forth on Twitter with this NFL guy, Benjamin Albright. And Benjamin Albright was like, this guy's charging kids. Guy's a scam. I've never heard of this guy. I've never talked to any D1 coach who's ever heard of this guy. And Rico's like, "No, I've gotten 50 plus kids in the past year, D1 offers or something like that." So I don't know, but the Rico Knows lore goes deep, and I'm all in. I'm a super fan.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Rico Knows. Shout out to victory lapping the death of people. That's always good. It's always a great look online. It's whenever you can gloat about somebody passing away, it's very important that you do that.
Well, it depends on the person. Because like
if you're a scumbag who sits in the car late at night.
When is Kissinger Oh, have a blast. When Father Time gets Joe Biden, oh, we'll
Oh
have a
my
party.
god, dude, I'm not ready. Holy shit.
That'll be oh my god, it has to happen because he said, I'm not dropping out of this race unless the Lord Almighty tells me to. So he's like, God smite me or I'm running. So it'll be such a historic quote if God does it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Maybe. Maybe we start. I'll start stockpiling quotes right now. If/whenever that happens, we're doing like a full Missoula or Bamboozler Biden edition episode.
Oh my god,
just,
bro.
just get like 31 where he's like, "Listen, Jack. Yeah.
I'd rather have Joe Missoula as president right now, and he might be a theocratic fascist.
Joe Missoula as president would scare the shit out of me. Do not give that man access to like power over a military. Joe Missoula is like a mildly high-ranking officer would intimidate me.
He would disband the Secret Service and be like, if you want to assassinate me, assassinate me.
Come get me, motherfucker.
There's meaning in that.
You wake up. What's the quote? Like, you got to be willing to get knocked out or something like that.
Yeah, if you don't wake up every day ready to get knocked out, I don't know what you do or something like that.
Hell yeah. Have you seen Assassination Classroom?
No.
It's good. And it's like that. The teacher, their whole job is to try and kill him every day. So that's what Joe Biden would be like.
I just finished Demon Slayer. I read it finally because it's gonna be 3 final movies, and I was like, I can't wait. So I read it. It was okay.
Good.
It's Demon Slayer level.
Did Muzan finally get aura? They're trying to gas up his walk on Twitter.
I think his walk is cool.
That's cool. Sounds cool as I don't know, shooting at the.
That scene was so intimidating. I was shocked watching it. I was like, oh my god, he's finally here. Oh my god.
I have not. I need to lock in. But like I said, I'm on Thriller Bark. I can't be bothered with the likes of Demon Slayer right now.
I also watched a YouTube video essay, like an hour-long YouTube video of this guy like tearing down Demon Slayer for why it's bad, which he made some good points. He made some bad points. But one of the points he made was like, everyone has different sword styles. Everyone has these different breathing techniques. They are not different at all. They don't do there's no reason to think any of them are stronger. Like, they tell us one is stronger than the rest, but they don't tell us why. They don't give us any information on them. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, everybody, that's why Kagurabachi clears. It's the better sword anime because
I agree. I've read chapter 2. Up to chapter 2. It's better.
I promise, like, it's fun. First 8 chapters, fun when that like little girl is getting saved and all that shit, bro. Once you get to like chapter 15, that shit takes off. Oh my god, it's so good.
You don't have a whiny little main character going, I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a really good guy who smells things. I just want to save the world.
Yeah, you don't have any of that bullshit. What's funny, the bit online is that the main character Chihiro in Kagurabachi, fakest tough guy in manga.
Is he? Because he looks tough.
Yeah, he looks tough, and there's that panel in the first or second chapter where he's like, every day I wake up with fresh hatred when I look in the mirror, because he has the scar on his head, and no, like every time he's like encountered an opportunity to help or uplift someone in the story, he's like, oh, come on, we can do this. But then he also like actively kills people and stuff. So I think he's cooler than Tanjiro at least.
Screw Tanjiro.
Screw Tanjiro. Who do you like? Do you just fuck with the Hashiras in Demon Slayer?
Yeah, it's really just like the animation carries, and then yeah, just the Hashira. I want to see all of them in action, and then I want to see, if you give me an organization with a numbered amount of people, each who you like build up the reputation of, and they're supposed to get stronger. I'm a sucker for that. Absolutely. I gotta see the next one.
We should do that'd be a fun episode. We do like story. I don't know. like story aspect draft where it's like I'm a sucker for
Yeah, the
somebody
tropes.
putting a team together, somebody describing an enemy organization, shit like that.
Oh my god, one of my favorite tropes, someone breaking into somewhere and the person inside the place, they just have like this cat and mouse game. They keep trying to break in, they keep keeping them. I don't know how to describe it. When Gru was trying to break into Vector's house, I love it.
Hell yeah, I fuck with that. Oh, there's a part like that in Kagurabachi. No spoilers, but one of the guys has
Oh,
a very cool power that is kind of related to that.
I
Do you
love
have any fun?
I love a break in and I love a prison break. The greatest prison break in fiction history,
What is it?
Kung Fu Panda 1.
Oh, dude, I watched that scene like 3 days ago, and I watch it all the time. Tai Lung escapes from prison on YouTube. Like, there's a good chance if you ever log into the State of the League YouTube and you check the watch history, because it's on my app on my phone. So like sometimes I'll just accidentally watch it on the wrong account. That video will be in there most likely. Do you have any final summer league thoughts?
Let me pull up my notes.
God, we're so good at this. Fucking
Well,
calm 20 minutes on like anime and shit when we're supposed to be talking about summer league. That
Well,
should tell you how real summer league is.
something about us is we're not caught up in the flash of the headlines. You know, we're not part of the mainstream media. We're different, and so we didn't even bring up Bronny till now. We're so basketball pilled. We're so true ballers. We weren't even thinking about him.
55th, he's just a normal late pick, guys.
Oh, you mean Bronny James, the high school recruit, the USC basketball player? Yeah, I know of that guy.
That guy's LeBron's son? Are you kidding me? Whoa, I've only ever watched his tape. Sorry, guys.
That's crazy, but that has no bearing on him as a basketball player, talent, ability-wise, projection-wise. So that's how we're thinking.
Nice.
Bronny James, I think he went like 2 for 8 in his debut, and then he was like, "I'm hurt.
My leg hurts."
Is he the greatest what if ever?
Yes, because his dad's so good.
If he was born with a normal dad, if his heart didn't try and kill him, and if he didn't hurt his ankle in summer league.
I did want to. I was wrong because I said his contract was like nepotism pilled. I was wrong. I looked into it after the fact. That's pretty normal salary. It's a little longer than most like 55th overall picks get, and some of the picks directly in front of him, I don't know if they had dog shit agents or what, but are getting like $400,000 two-way contracts. But yeah, like if you look back to some of the previous like late mid 50 picks over the past couple of drafts, it's not really out of the ordinary for them to get a couple like $4 or $5 million guaranteed over a couple of seasons.
It's nepotism pilled, but it's not egregious.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting like $15 million right off the bat or something. So yeah, I did want to correct myself there. You want to get into Olympic qualifier bullshit?
All right, yeah, I don't know much about it.
You don't know much about it? I have mostly logistical shit written down here. I don't have a ton of notes on the game so far.
Zubats got into a fight. Did you see that?
No, with who?
With people at a bar in Greece. There's a picture of him. He has blood on his knee.
Damn, those Eastern Europeans. It's surprising that Jokic just never gotten into a fight because he's always fucking hammered.
His brothers are taking care of it. They're killing people. They're snapping necks.
People have died.
They are grabbing the pool sticks, snapping it with their knee, and stabbing people with the two halves.
They're literally the Joker from the Dark Knight pill. It's scary. So yeah, the two big things: Jose Alvarado and Puerto Rico eliminate Lithuania and Domantas Sabonis. Alvarado drops 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks on 79% true shooting. It was a cool game to watch. This is one that I tuned in a little bit. Just very, very Jose Alvarado pilled game, just with like way more usage, like a lot of very erratic, fast, powerful drives to the basket with floaters that, if he took a bunch of them over the course of an NBA season, probably not the most efficient looks, but he shot really well on them in this game. And then he also had a bunch of cool deep threes as well. And the crowd was really good. I don't know where exactly they played this game, But when Puerto Rico was doing well, the crowd fucked with it a lot. And then obviously Slovenia blown out by Greece in I think that was the second round of the qualifier. I think they still played like Croatia or somebody in the final round. But Giannis only had 13-4-2.
Yeah.
Luka 21-7-5 with 10 turnovers, completely washed.
10 turnovers?
10 turnovers.
Yeah, that's a fraud. Let him rest up.
Idiot, moron, loser. So yeah, that's really all I wrote down. But I do have most of the players so like we're set in the group stage now. I have most of the NBA players for all of the teams written down. And we had a lobbyist request here that was like, okay, Charlie wants to know, besides Team USA, which team do you guys believe has the best chance to win gold this summer? So I don't know. We could like run through some of the good teams that are really sticking around.
My first thought would be France, just solely based off the Gobert, Wemby front court. Like that'll be nuts defensively.
Yeah, it already kind of has been.
Is that better? Who would you take, that or the Gasol front court?
I think if you ask me next Olympics, if Gobert's still around, it'll be them. Because I think
if they don't get him by then.
Like Wembanyama, right now, is he better than either Gasol brother ever was?
It's tough because obviously they are better offensively, but obviously he's way better defense. Well, like I would even say he's probably as good or better than Mark was at his prime. But no, he's probably better.
No, he is. Like if you
Wemby's the best defensive player ever.
If you gave him like that Memphis Grizzlies team this year, do they get worse defensively? Like it feels impossible to say that.
Yeah, I don't think so. It'd be easier. It doesn't
like I fuck with Marc Gasol. I like the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol is so cool. I'm like a full on Wemby Glazer at this point. Like he is so fucking good. So I wouldn't mind if we're already calling that better than the Gasol brothers were in Spain. But I don't think
I would say I'd say it would go Wemby, Mark and Pau, Gobert all the way down there. So.
Yeah, there's probably a little bit of a gap. And then besides
people are gonna be mad. I'm saying Wemby's better than Pau Gasol already. I don't care. It'll age well.
It'll age well. Dude, it's just, I don't know. And shout out to Pau Gasol. Outplayed prime Dwight Howard in the finals. Cool.
Wemby's better than Dwight Howard.
Guaranteed. Lock it in. Oh my god.
Who's the best player right now that you'll guarantee Wemby's better than?
It's a good player. I'll tell you that much.
I'd rather have Wemby than Karl Malone. Even off court stuff aside.
Okay, strictly on court. I don't know. Karl Malone, pretty efficient post up guy for a while there, but
I'd rather Wemby than Charles Barkley.
Ask me this question again after the sophomore season. I want a little more, but then I'll probably have some spicy takes for you. So France also has Bilal Koulibaly.
He can juggle too. They all can juggle. Did you see that?
Like soccer juggle or like actively hands juggle?
No, tennis balls.
Whoa.
And Wemby's really good at juggling. He can do the thing where he's juggling normally with one hand, and then in the other, he's doing that with the ball, like catching the. You know that?
Yeah, I've heard of that, but I didn't see Wemby do it. That's
Look
crazy.
up Wemby juggling on Twitter. It's crazy.
What a fucking...
He can do it all.
He can do it all, guys. He reads. He goes to bed early. He can juggle. He can, protect the rim and switch out onto the perimeter. He can pass, shoot. He's what we call a 5-tool player.
Spears, did he?
No, I almost just like violently went, no, she made that up. I won't go that far because I wasn't in the tunnel. I mean, I don't know. I just think as far as like follow-up consequences to what would happen if he actually hit Britney Spears, nothing really went down. I think his security was just like, who the fuck are you, lady? And was probably not like the most gracious in getting her away from him. Yeah. But I don't think he like actively hit somebody. Bilal
is better than Jordan and LeBron.
Evan Fournier, Nicholas Batum. Guerschon Yabusele. We talked about him previously. Yabusele, and then Frank Nitti rounding out the bench in terms of NBA.
Booyah! Killian didn't make it.
I know, that's sad.
Did you see Evan Fournier strangling Dennis Schroeder?
I did. Apparently, they were like cool. Like 15 minutes later, like he got ejected, but he was just like, I was doing too much.
In Europe, strangling and kissing is more normal.
Just like I don't know, American guy who is scared of the homoeroticism of a European greeting, watching a European guy like actively choke his friend and like passionately kiss him on the forehead.
And they like the way they like grab each other's heads. Like Americans don't like that. They'll be like, "You're little broing me."
Yeah, there was one. I don't remember who it was in like the qualifying round, but there was like a dust up, and somebody like reached and like kind of grabbed like thumb behind the ear, hand on the side of the head, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And it was just very. Yeah, it was the kind of interaction you never get in the NBA. Like touching somebody's head is so.
Americans are butt touchers, not head touchers.
Absolutely. Europeans are just touchy-feely, I guess. Good for them. They should be free the touch.
I'm not a touchy-feely guy. I'm Japan pilled. I would like to just bow at everyone.
Okay, respect. I do think in terms of apologies, Japan's got it down. It was like the kneeling shit.
Killing themselves?
No. No, I mean, it depends what you did, I guess. But, but mostly just like
if you got a bad job.
yeah, kill yourself. Absolutely. So France, Canada is another big one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, Lou Dort, Dylan Brooks, R.J. Barrett, Trey Lyles, Andrew Nembhard, Dwight Powell, Kelly Olynyk. And Zach Edey is not playing.
No Zach Edey.
Oh,
no
so
Xavier
cool.
Lee.
What's up with Zach Edey?
He said he needed to. I think he's just playing for the Grizzlies in summer league. He put that ahead of his country. Yep, he's selfish.
I wonder how China would like him to apologize. And Golden State is reportedly preventing Andrew Wiggins from playing.
Oh yeah,
that's weird.
Jerks.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Jerks.
Are you Andrew Wiggins right now? What is this?
No, I'm sending a statement. I'm sending a powerful message to Golden State. Jerks. Do you remember Drake and Josh when he hit a girl? They're like, jerk.
No.
Do you remember that episode where Josh accidentally punches Drake? He accidentally gives him a black eye, and then everyone, like, for the whole episode, they're like, Josh, you're the man. Yeah, you beat up Drake. Drake is such a loser now. And then at the end of the episode, Josh confesses what actually happened. It's like, no, I was actually just showing this kung fu move. I was doing the Wuju fist of, and then he accidentally punches the girl behind him and gives her a black eye. And these two dudes are just standing there. They're like, you just hit a girl. And then the other one goes, jerk.
Wow.
It's really good.
That's a deep cut. Everybody go watch the Drake and Josh episode where he accidentally punches a girl. Fact check Pablo. Make sure all of that is 100% accurate. Otherwise, he's just joshing around. He's
back then you could hit girls on TV. There wasn't all this wokeness.
You haven't seen a girl hit on TV in a while?
I don't know. What's the last big girl hit?
Girl hit. Like boy punches girl?
I don't know. Just yeah, boy punches girl.
I don't know.
Because Will Smith and Chris Rock were both men.
Yeah, grown men. I don't know. I guess I mean, my brain is so woke that it doesn't even register anymore. That's the thing, is I view women as so equal, but not in like the incel way.
But not
equal rights, equal fight. but like, if a woman got hit, I'd just be like, oh, that's just a person who got hit. Oh no, like it doesn't go into a special file in my brain.
Yeah. So guys, comment down below the top 10 women hit of the past since the Drake and Josh episode.
Fuck, what was I just about to say? Something about Drake and Josh. Oh, when I rewatched Diary of a Wimpy Kid, in that movie.
Do they hit the mom?
No, he accidentally breaks Rowley's arm while they're playing around. and some girls are like, "Oh, you poor thing," and he goes, "I'm the one who broke the arm," and they go, "You're a jerk." Oh man. So yeah, Canada gonna be good.
Greg
Greece,
Heffley incel.
Greg Heffley incel.
Yep.
There's a web comic. Somebody wrote like a fan fiction web comic in the style of Jeff Kinney, where it details Greg Heffley's life like 30 years later, and he's like a scumbag with like he's washed up and everything. But he like comes out to Rowley as gay, and Rowley is not. It's like a very dark, like doom gloom comic, and yeah, I think he moves back in with his parents and shit. It's very, I personally not canon for me. I think Greg Heffley could learn and grow as a person.
But Dragon Ball GT, canon.
Why?
I just like it.
Okay, respect. What other Australia? How do you feel about them?
They're led by Giddy, so I'm rooting against them. You know what's crazy? Matisse Thybulle didn't make the team.
I know, I saw that, that is crazy. I mean, they low key kind of a deep team. Obviously, you just said Giddy, which like would rather have Matisse Thybulle than Josh Giddy. Just like absolute garbage versus trash there. But Thybulle could lock in a little bit for you defensively at least.
Like they have no one to guard people. I saw
Daniels.
Who?
Dyson Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dyson Daniels. Okay, so it's Patty Mills and Joe Ingles are each playing in their 5th Olympic Games. Which
Joe Ingles guarding LeBron.
Hell yeah, Jingles, baby. We got a lobbyist request about them. Dante says, "Lads, please talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves adding the missing puzzle piece, jingling Joe Ingles. He's going to be exhausted. He's too old. He's playing in the Olympics. They're going to win bronze medal again, and he's going to show up for Timberwolves training camp. He's going to be falling asleep."
Ingles, Gobert, and Conley all reunited. You know who they just need? Jordan Clarkson. Please, for the love of God, get him off the Utah Jazz before it's too late.
Jordan Clarkson for Rob Dillingham, straight up. And your problem doesn't get any better. All the shots just go to Dillingham.
Yeah, that'd be. But he's so tiny, he won't make it. I hate him. No.
If he's playing next to Bryce, I fucking. It's so funny for you to be like so individual player pilled that any other young player on the team, you're like, this guy fucking sucks. I don't know.
Oh my God. That is literally how it was. I was praying on Luka Samanich's downfall last year. I was like, why is he getting so many shots? Get this guy away.
They moved Simone Fontecchio. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I hated that guy. Which, by the way, I found a Japanese Twitter account last night that's a Pistons stan account, and they were tweeting in Japanese about the Fontecchio extension. They're like, good money, and in their bio they have like Cooper Flag 13% loading or something like that. So I'm like, God. Jesus, crazy. But so Thybulle, like a lot of Australian fans are mad because they're like, we do not have great defensive pieces on this team. He is an NBA player. He should be above some of these guys. But I guess he didn't make it. Has Ben Simmons literally ever played for Australia? I think not, right? Probably not since the youth level. So. You know what's crazy is Steph Curry hasn't played for Team USA since 2014.
That is crazy. Because I remember the Zika virus was scaring people about was it in Brazil in 2016?
Yeah, because 2014 World Cup was Brazil, right? And then 2016, yeah. They had them back to back, the Olympics and the World Cup, and they had the virus running rampant.
Oh yeah, because 2020 was Japan, and they had a sick Olympic logo. Like the red Olympic circle was just Japan's like rising sun flag, and so that was cool. But it didn't really get used that much. So,
and when they were in Brazil, they didn't stay in a hotel; they stayed on a cruise ship, just parked in the water.
Nice, that's so cool. It's like a rap video. They're living on a boat.
And the WNBA players were there too. And Brittany Griner was saying she beat DeMarcus Cousins 1v1.
I remember that. Thank God she didn't. She said that back then. Like it was funny how back then, the responses were still pretty misogynistic, but it was just kind of like She's crazy. Oh my god! Like if she said that now, holy
That's funding a news outlet for a week.
yeah, like that. I mean, I don't know. Not Alex Jones. That's not really their thing. But yeah, word would make its way to sketch via the Nelk boys, and everybody would have a good laugh at Brittany Griner's expense. So yeah, Australia. Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, 5th Olympic Games each. Matthew Dellavedova. So if
They're saying he's washed. They're saying he shouldn't be there.
well, they're there because they might play Steph, and so you just want the insurance on the roster.
Revenge.
We can lock him up, no problem. And that's
But can he guard LeBron? Does he have the heart?
not if he's chasing Steph around. Dante Exum, Josh Green, Jock Landale, our guy Duop Reith made the roster. That rocks. And then yeah, like I said, Dyson Daniels and Josh Giddey.
Ben Pfeiffer, by the way, said Jop Reith or Jop Reith, which is probably the right way. But I don't know. Duop is so catchy.
Duop, and you could like make a bunch of edits to like 50s music about him.
Shout out him, man. The Australia's gonna be so. Thonmaker didn't make it.
No, I don't believe so. I didn't see the name on the list. It would have stuck out to me definitely.
Yeah, that team could do some damage.
Yeah. Spain. I just like Santi Aldama being here. Santi Aldama, Usman Garuba, and the Hernan Gomez brothers are both still there. So it's
is Juan Nunez on that roster? Do you have the full roster in front of you?
I can pull it up.
Juan Nunez. Nunez.
For how bad the stats are, there's just straight up a Wikipedia page with every roster like fully updated.
Wikipedia is the greatest resource known to man.
Oh, but Spain's roster isn't on here.
No!
Spain 2024 Olympic roster. Boom. Let me see. What am I looking for? Juan Nunez?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay. So he was drafted in the second round this year by the Spurs. He's a draft and stash guy.
Dynamo Parker just dropped.
Dynamo passer. So keep your eye on him. And who were the other names? So the Wancho brothers or the Hernan
Usman Garuba and Santi Aldama.
Okay, so Ricky Rubio's done.
Yes, it looks that way.
Mm.
Oh, Rudy Fernandez is here. That name sounds familiar.
Is Izan Almanza there? IZAN.
Nope, not seeing him.
Oh, crazy.
Germany, the Wagner brothers, one new Pelican pickup, Daniel Tice, Dennis Schroeder, and Isaac Bonga.
Oh, did the Pelicans get him?
Yeah, they just signed him, I think, earlier today. He's like the only center on their roster, and he is literally smaller than Larry Nance. So
epic.
Yeah, that's I don't. They got to figure that out at some point, definitely.
Did Kleber make it this time or no?
Maxi Kleber in Germany?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I didn't see him on here.
They're ready to defend the world title at the Olympics.
Yeah, no, he's not on here.
We will prove German superiority.
No, none of that. No superiority. Everybody's equal around the parts. Okay, don't start. Japan, Rui Hachimura, Yuta Watanabe, Nebraska legend Kisei Tominaga.
Whoa!
Probably one of the worst teams in the group stage, but who cares?
I wonder if that guy from TikTok is on there.
Oh, who does like the ASMR, put in my stretching stuff? I love him.
He's got his own vending machine. He's got to be on the team.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, you said Rui's there?
Yes.
That's an epic team.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a handsome team, no question. If the Rui's there, team's got to be handsome.
And Kisei, he has a girlfriend.
He does. I think they're engaged. Good for him. Congratulations.
Oh my god, she's gonna get to live in Japan.
Oh,
guys, I'm a weeb for Japan. Not in terms of me. I need to move there. Not because I'm like, it'll be a real life anime. All the girls will love me, and not for those reasons. For public infrastructure related reasons, because there's trees, there's trains, there's vending machines, there's canned coffee that looks better than all the canned coffee here, and there's cheap rent. I need to go there, man.
I've been getting it's been a bad rabbit hole. My TikTok. I liked one or two checkout with $500 gets you.
I know. I saw a
Um,
dude who's paying $80 a month.
And they're like, well, yeah, the kitchen isn't much. The living room's a little small. Both bedrooms aren't crazy, and I'm like,
It's a
time the
house
fuck
that
out.
we will never be able to afford in America in our life.
Both bedrooms? You're talking about negatives, dude? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. And so yeah, it's been that, and then it's been a lot of like the convenience ramen bars where it's like ASMR people grabbing ramen, and then they have like all the preparations there right in front of you, so you could just make it and like sit at a table in the store and eat it, and it always looks good.
You realize if we were in Japan, I wouldn't have to record in my car. I could go to an internet cafe and I could sit in my own little individual booth.
You could record. Isn't that where like somebody gamed until they died in an internet cafe?
Yeah, I think they'd sit there until they die or until the smell becomes too bad and they have to kick them out.
Hell yeah.
God, well that's what life should be.
You should be allowed to do that. That is way more a distillation of the American dream than anything we have going. Like, you should be allowed. That should be your God-given right. And capitalism should facilitate the ability to do that.
Did you see that video of in Alaska on 4th of July? They were like, it doesn't get dark enough for fireworks here, so this is what we do. They were just driving cliffs off a car, or driving cars off a cliff.
I did see that, yeah.
There's no way that's common. That's got to be just one event, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like everybody lighting off fireworks here. I don't think all of Alaska drives beater cars off of a cliff, but it was cool. It looked fun.
That is great. I had never thought about that before, that they don't get dark, so they don't have fireworks.
Do you watch Outdoor Boys on YouTube?
Oh, I had a little bit of a phase. I haven't watched him in a long time. Now, that's a guy who knows Japan. He lived in Japan.
In the most recent episode, they go to like an Alaskan island where it's literally just like a weather research station and a couple of other people. And they run into Japanese people, and like he is honestly one of the more respectful people in terms of that shit, where he's not like full camera pointing at the ground, but like actively speaking fluent Japanese with them. And I was just like, oh shit, I didn't know you had it like that, man.
Mormon missionary.
Yeah. He screams Mormon, because they're always they never drink coffee. He never makes coffee on his camping trips. He always makes hot chocolate.
Oh, that's true. I never connected those dots. Are they allowed to have tea or no? That's caffeine too?
I think caffeine is the best. So maybe non-caffeine. He's made tea before. I know that. So probably non-caffeinated tea.
Okay. If you can't drink tea, your religion's not real.
My girlfriend wanted to know, how are you hot weather pilled and tea pilled?
Cause you could be both. Tea is about wisdom.
Yeah, but it's hot. And and it's hot.
I can have hot stuff in the hot. I can have cold, just like you said, you can have ice cream in the cold.
No, that's very different. Oh, yeah, whatever. I'll never understand that. I had to walk 2 blocks in the fucking sun today. Holy shit, I was dying. It's just hot here. So, Serbia, Jovic, both Nikolas, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
He's confirmed playing, right?
Nikola Jokic?
Yeah,
he is.
Epicness.
There's a team picture, where he's grown out a goatee that was making the rounds.
Did he pull it off?
No, it's
like
I don't have a full thick beard by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely have more going. It's so wispy. His is like, you could tell maybe he shaves so consistently that it's never gotten full, but it's just it's wispy.
I think you could pull off a goatee.
There was a time because I used to have a huge, like, the way there's holes right here that my beard doesn't really fill in.
Yeah, I can't. I tried growing mine on the side. There's too big of holes.
It used to just be straight up, like, it did not connect here at all. And so, like, my freshman year of college, I just shaved all of this. And so I just had, like, mustache soul patch. It was not not a beautiful look. I'm not that's not one I really reminisce on or contemplate going back to. I won't lie.
I had the worst beard in history. It's crazy.
Yeah. So Serbia, they'll be fine. Puerto Rico, Jose Alvarado, Tremont Waters, and Devon Reed, Nuggets legend. He locked up LeBron one time. It was pretty cool. So maybe that.
He used to be a free agent in 2K every year, and he would have A+. He would have A 3-point shooting and A perimeter defense. Now that's a pickup.
I mean, yeah, that's what the Nuggets thought in 2021 when they picked him up, and he was fine in terms of the 1-year free agents that cycled through that Nuggets roster. He was nowhere near the most damaging. I'll say that. So yeah, other than that, Brazil, I don't have anybody written down for. I didn't get to take a look at their roster.
I wonder if Felicio's still there.
Maybe. Sudan, Bol and JT Thor are playing, and then
that's cool.
Obviously, everybody. I mean, is it the best Team USA of all time? Many are saying.
Bryce Sensabaugh is not there.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up, dude.
Team USA U17, I believe, won their championship, which they do every year. And so, yeah, it's just all the top high school recruits go on a tour of bullying kids who would not, if basketball was played in weight classes, they would not be matched up against.
Cooper Flagg's like, hurry the fuck up! I have to go play LeBron later.
They got the Cam Boozer 6'8", 250. 17-year-old Cam Boozer, whatever. AJ DeBanza, so shout out to them.
Oh, who's the Bahamas guy that you were talking about?
VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, they're not playing, but he played well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's their leading scorer. It's crazy. DeAndre Ayton's a fraud.
Fraud. Shout out to the Bahamas, though. Do you have any final thoughts? We got a couple lobbyist requests we could hit to round out this hour 20.
All right, we'll do a couple. We'll do 2.
All right, we'll do 2. Let me see. Do you want? So we did that one. I guess we haven't talked about any free agency shit. Do you want to touch?
DeRozan to the Kings. I don't know how it's gonna work.
I know. I don't know what and I think they're not done making moves. That's been a thing reported. So the question here was, does Harrison Barnes and CP3 make the Spurs too mediocre for a good draft pick next season? Marcus Sandstow wants to know this. Why the fuck are people acting like Harrison Barnes is good?
Yeah, Harrison Barnes doesn't move the needle, but Chris Paul might.
Yeah, Chris Paul, if you get just magically 65 games out of Chris Paul, I do think you will have to physically separate him and Wemby. They can't be on the floor at the same time, because otherwise that pairing will force feed you 36 wins on accident. Harrison Barnes, though, that is the ideal candidate for a team at this point to looking to do what the Spurs want to do. So yeah, I think they'll be dog shit. I think they will be bad next year.
I wonder if there's any chance of him having a hot shooting first half and they trade him for an asset.
Maybe it's possible. I guess.
Back to Golden State. Oh no, Clay's gone, so they won't be everyone.
Damn, that's sad. Rest in peace, Clay. Not dead, just in Dallas. What was I gonna say? So beyond that, Dario Saric to the Nuggets. I'm a little worried. I don't know why he's the highest paid backup center this offseason.
How much is he making?
$5.6 million a year, and he has a player option next season.
You guys better impress him.
I fucking guess. So yeah, I don't know. If all of this is in the pursuit of us making sure we have the money to pay Aaron Gordon next season, I guess. And Jamal Murray still hasn't even signed his fucking contract. So that's nerve-wracking to say the least.
God. But what if Shea or Dylan Brooks, they're recruiting him right now?
I'll be pissed. I'll be mad. That would make me sad. But yeah, this if all of this is in pursuit to making sure we have the money for Aaron Gordon and everybody to keep everybody in check, cool. I would much rather still have KCP on this roster than where the roster is currently at, though. So I don't know. It's fine. Miles Bridges, 3 years, $75 million. Is he good at basketball? Am I insane?
No, he's mid. He's mid at best. I might post a video today about it. He is a guy who can't shoot three. He can't make 3-pointers. His rim attempts are trending down. His mid-range attempts are trending up. He shoots more mid-range shots than ever, and he's bad at them. He doesn't play defense. He's just an undersized lob threat big who can do a little bit on the perimeter, but this is a guy who's been wasting away on a trash team, has never proven anything.
I know. And he will be 27. 27 is not old. Like, I want to establish that.
I think his athleticism is fading, though. I saw some accusations over the course of last year, and I think the stats are showing it.
I mean, yeah, dude.
I guess you could argue he didn't have LaMelo, but I feel like he's played a lot without LaMelo. So
I feel like LaMelo. I feel like there's a lot of players in the league who would look as good as he has next to LaMelo. Like, I feel like LaMelo is. Yeah. I'm really high on what LaMelo does offensively, and so I think if you're an athlete, he'll probably make you look pretty damn good a lot of times. And so, yeah. Especially, I was going back and forth with some dude on Twitter. And he was like, what's bad about him? Don't say defense. We know he's bad at defense. And I was like, dude, like, that's the only thing you could argue the stats don't represent. He is not, like, he's fine-ish offensively. He's below average.
He's below average scoring. He's nothing as a passer. What is the argument? That he deserves $25 million a year.
And then
he just takes shots.
People were like, well, Kelly Oubre, he completely turned it around once he got on the Sixers. And I'm just like, yeah, if Kelly Oubre was getting $25 million right now, that would be a massive overpay. And I still think if you're like a competitive team, he is probably more proven at doing the shit you need your fifth best player to do than Miles Bridges is. And neither of them are well suited to being your third best guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kelly Oubre just signed for the minimum or for the MLE or whatever.
Yeah. And that's good. That's good value because that's the caliber of player we're talking about here.
And someone else said on Twitter to me, like, people would have said the same stuff about PJ Washington. But PJ Washington was a defensive prospect with a 7-foot wingspan who, yeah, the same offensive issues, and probably a little less creation, but like different types of player. No, like nobody wants the offensive focused, undersized big man.
Yeah. And I mean, let me PJ Washington literally, like, up until the trade, let me pull this shit up. 37% on 5 3-point attempts a game. And like his first couple years in the league, he was closer to like 39%. And so it trended a little bit down, but like we're going on 160-ish games of Miles Bridges being like a straight up bad 3-point shooter.
And the 10th worst corner 3-point shooter in the NBA. I saw on one graph or
cool.
on the list.
Which
just stash him in the corner. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's just like this idea that like, oh yeah, you won't need to take corner threes if you're a guy who's playing next to LaMelo. Thank God. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. So it's an overpay. Obviously,
it ruins Salon's development.
Oh, that's crazy too. Actually, that's really like a dog shit contract if you just took a project forward.
There's I don't get why anybody does.
And he doesn't fit their timeline at all.
No,
he's what's the plan here? He'll be 30, and you guys will be like making a playoff push.
No, it's nonsensical.
So yeah, that was it. Hevis wanted to know: are you guys going to do an Olympics preview and coverage of the tournament? We'll talk about it while it's going on.
We'll dabble.
And then they also wanted to know what are some of your favorite music genres and your favorite artists in those genres. What would you answer to that? I'm curious.
I don't know. It depends on the season. I'm mostly rappers and then singer-songwriter 20-year-old girls. So
who's your favorite rapper? I'm curious.
I am a Kendrick guy.
Hey, you look like one.
I'm a big Pusha T guy.
Nice.
Who else? It's hard because they take such big gaps when releasing music.
Yeah.
I'm not a Travis Scott guy. He's the devil.
Have you? I get recommendations a lot. I've listened to him before. He's not like Kendrick or Pusha T, but he is good. His name's Smino, I think it is.
Yes, I'm not really into it. One of my friends is super into him.
I like him well enough. I was just cranking fucking Japanese city pop on the train earlier today. That was sick. It makes me feel like I'm in a music video. That one, there is an album on YouTube called Through Traffic by a band from the 80s. The CD costs like $80 online.
Oh my god.
I'll treat myself to it eventually, but it's not really in my wheelhouse right now. But you can listen to it on YouTube for free. It's a great album. It's a very beautiful album. So I fuck with that. And then I was also, I've always pushed The Cure on here. You should listen to what's a little harder band? A band called Viagra Boys. I just listened to their album called Cave World. They're like a left punk band, and they have a good song named Troglodyte about how people who commit mass shootings are less evolved than the rest of the world. And if we were all cavemen, we would just kill them. Like that's how it would have worked back in the day. So that's a good song. It's very like hard, and they have like a lot of cool synth undertones to it.
Shout out Vince Guaraldi, the guy who made all the Charlie Brown music, and shout out Joao, I don't know how you say his first name, Gilberto, Bossa Nova guy.
I think I might have heard of that. How do you spell it?
Jaoa or Joao? Something. Joao Gilberto.
Oh yeah. I have the Corcovado song. I like that. It's in my liked songs. And then Chet Baker. If you guys like smooth, chill jazz, Chet Baker. I've been listening to his album Live in Tokyo. It just got put onto Spotify. He's a wonderful trumpet player / singer from the 60s that's super based, super chill. You got any final thoughts?
One guy I've really been into lately is Pau Gasol.
Oh yeah, I actually I have a song up on the playlist after the pod.
Oh, so, can you play it for us?
Yeah, guys, I'll hit skip for you. Here we go. Pau, take it away.
Lay down a list of what